Hello, young etymologists. Today we're going to explore something fascinating about the English language. Word origins. Understanding where words originated or came from can help us make sense of their interesting and sometimes tricky spellings. Let's dive in and learn about Greek and Latin roots and take a quick journey through Old and Middle English. Many English words come from Greek and Latin roots. These roots give us clues about the meanings of words. For example, the word people comes from the Latin word populus, which means the people. The O seems odd and irregular, but if you know that it was derived from populus, it makes more sense. There are other words that originated from the same Latin root: population, populate, and popular. The name February comes from the Latin word februa, which refers to a purification festival held in ancient Rome during this month. The name was adopted when the Roman calendar was introduced. The spelling reflects its Latin roots, but over time, the pronunciation has changed. The first R in February is often silent in modern English because it's easier to say February than February. This mismatch between spelling and pronunciation is common in English, where words often keep historical spellings even as spoken language evolves. Another example is the word police. It comes from the Greek word polis, which means city, and the French word policy, meaning public order. So police literally refers to those who maintain order in the city. When we know the roots, we can often see why these words are spelled the way they are. Isn't that cool? Now, let's take a quick journey back in time. Old English was spoken from about the 5th to the 11th century. It sounded very different from the English we speak today. Middle English came after, from the 11th to the 15th century, and it started to look and sound more like modern English. Let's look at one of the most common English words, you. The word you was spelled like this, thu, and pronounced thu in Old English. In Middle English, it changed to ye, or iau, and eventually it became you. Now let's inspect the words would, should, and could. During the Middle English era, the letter L in should and would was pronounced. These words sounded like should and wold, which rhymed with gold and told. People who spoke very formally in the 1500s would pronounce these L's, but by the 1600s, most people stopped saying them. Interestingly, the word could didn't originally have that L sound in its spelling or pronunciation. The word could comes from this Old English word cued, which means knew how to. Notice that there is no L there. It's thought that later on, people added the L to could to make it match better with would and should, even though they aren't related historically. It's all kind of wild, right? Finally, let's look at the word because. In Middle English, it was spelled as by cause, or by cause. In Middle English, by meant by or for, and cause meant reason. Early modern English was a time of simplifications in spelling. The phrase by cause was contracted into a single word, because, to represent the same meaning more efficiently. So remember, the English language is like a big melting pot of words from different languages and time periods. By understanding word origins, we can uncover the stories behind their spellings and meanings. Words like people, February, you, could, and because all have interesting histories that make English a rich and exciting language to learn. Until next time, bye-bye for now.